Thousands of beating hearts that flutter from the ground. They raise their little iron swords, they shout and bleed and cry. Such messy, loud existence beneath my darkened sky. I stand upon their broken walls, the sovereign of the chill, and watch the chaos of their breath until the air goes still. Hush now, Lioneria, watch the frantic world go still. I come to cure your sickness, I come to break your will. No weeping and no bargaining, no triumph and no violence, only the beauty of the glass. Welcome to the perfect silence. I weave a thread of shadow, a magic cold and vast, and watch their mortal panic freeze to jagged blackened glass. The gods then writhe in agony, then stiffen to the bone. Their final screams now trapped inside a monument of stone. I find the transformation sweet, the closing of the door, a gallery of agony that cannot make a sound anymore. I stand upon their broken walls, the sovereign of the chill, and watch the chaos of their breath until the air goes still. Hush now, Lioneria, watch the frantic world go still. I come to cure your sickness, I come to break your will. No weeping and no bargaining, no triumph and no violence, only the beauty of the glass. Welcome to the perfect silence. A frail and trembling governor falls weeping at my feet. He ruins my serenity with words I won't repeat. He babbles of the innocent, of children in the mud. I find it quite distasteful, this pounding of his blood. He begs for mercy, begs for life, his voice a ceaseless flood. So I reach out my consciousness past trembling flesh and bone, to quietly and clinically turn his racing heart to stone. He shatters, the nuisance is erased. Another frantic, noisy soul put firmly in its place. So hush now, Lioneria, and see the beauty of my reign. I come to cure the sickness of your passion and your pain. No weeping and no bargaining, no triumph and no violence, only the beauty of the glass. Submit unto the perfect silence. Only the glass, only the dark, not a single beating heart. The perfect silence. in my dark enchanted bowl, a silver mirror for the frantic human soul. I watch the kingdom stir like insects in a hive, so desperate, so foolish to believe they are alive. They whisper of rose wailed, they tremble at my name, while fanning little embers to a weak and guttering flame. They sharpen steel and practice spells and swear a holy vow. I find their hope a curious thing, I'll watch it wither now. I do not reach for lightning, I do not call a storm. I find their little crusade so charming in its form. For why should I descend to crush a flea beneath my heel, when I can make the very air they breathe begin to steal? Vapors, the saviors of the light, creeping through the shadows of my everlasting night. A disgraced knight in rusted mail, seeking to atone. A boy who calls himself a mage, with secrets not his own. A shadow skulking thief who thinks he wanders out of sight. They walk like tragic actors through the theater of the night. They whisper of rose wailed, they tremble at my name, while fanning little embers to a weak and guttering flame. They sharpen steel and practice spells and swear a holy vow. Find their hope a curious thing, I'll watch it wither now. I do not reach for lightning, I do not call the storm. I find their little crusade so charming in its form. For why should I descend to crush a flea beneath my heel, when I can make the very air they breathe begin to steal? Go forth, my hollow children, my whispers made of bone, to the tents where kings and generals sleep upon their throne. No need to strike the heroes, let them keep their wretched breath. Just leave them in a circle of a cold and silent death. A blade across a leader's throat, a stain upon the floor. The heroes will be monsters when they knock upon the door. I liquid pride, where foolish hopes and rebel dreams were carried on the tide. I drop a single heavy tear of shadow in the stream and watch the toxic alchemy unravel every dream. The current slows, the water chokes, it crumbles into ash. A necessary lesson taught without the lightning's flash. I stand upon my balcony, a scholar of the blight, and watch the emerald canopy succumb to endless night. It is a simple theorem, the mechanics of your doom. You cannot plant defiance and expect the earth to bloom. They call me cruel, they call me dark. They say I bring the night, but I am just the crucible that forces you to light. I teach the law of gravity, the physics of the sword, that every noisy action brings a terrible reward. Learn the pure obedience that consequence now brings. I send my heralds to the square to read my royal decree. The ash will only run as glass, the river flow as sea when three familiar faces, the architects of dread, are planted on my battlements. Their empty severed heads, a simple trade of consequence, a mathematical exchange to cure the dying valleys and the rotting mountain range. I stand upon my balcony, a scholar of the blight, and watch the emerald canopy succumb to endless night. It is a simple theorem, the mechanics of your doom. You cannot plant defiance and expect the earth to bloom. They call me cruel, they call me dark. They say I bring the night, but I am just the crucible that forces you to light. I teach the law of gravity, the physics of the sword, that every noisy action brings a terrible reward. Learn the pure obedience that consequence now brings. Now I observe the petri dish, the turning of the tide, as hunger strips the varnish from your fellowship and pride. The neighbor turns on neighbor, the brother takes the knife to barter their deliverers. For just another life they tear each other limb from limb, for scraps of moldy bread, to hunt the very heroes that they once so proudly led. entering my cold obsidian glare, and for a single breath the scent of cedar fills the air. 300 years of frost dissolve into a golden haze, and I am pulled beneath the ice of long forgotten days. I feel the damp earth warm and soft beneath my naked feet, where ancient pines and clover in a verdant kingdom meet. I hold no shadow here, I claim no iron rain. I coax the wounded sapling, pulling venom from the grain. My fingertips are humming, they are bright and overgrown, a gentle warden whispering to root and living stone. Before the glass, before the cold, before the stories of the monster were told, I was the sunlight, I was the bloom, long before I built this silent tomb. A crown of daisies, a sky of blue. The girl I was is a ghost I once knew. And there beside the silver brook where sunbeams interlace, his little laughing Alara with the sunlight on her face. She weaves a crown of petals, calls my name across the green. Before the world was broken, long before I was the queen. I feel the heat upon my skin, and the sweetness in the breeze, the rushing of the river and the rustling of the trees. Stills, the summer is no more. The laughter dies away upon my bleak and barren floor. The heavy scent of ozone chokes the memory of the pine, and cold obsidian walls return eternally malign. through the night, but I captured the boy who was glowing with light. A fluttering moth in a glassy embrace, with righteous defiance written all on his face. I did not desire his blood on the floor, such butchery is common. I seek so much more. With a needle and thread to slowly unweave the bright dreams in his head. The breaking of heroes is delicate art, the quiet undoing of a foolish, warm heart. Smothered his flickering spark. I peeled back the layers of duty and pride to study the frantic illusions inside. Each scream was a chord in a symphony played. As I carefully fractured the ego he made, I poured in my shadow to fill up the cracks and polished his spirit until it ran black. I'm ripping the sunlight right out, unweaving the tapestry, silencing the skies. He wept, then he silenced, and finally he saw the stunning perfection of my flawless law. He crawled to my throne, a magnificent shell, devoted and hollowed and crafted so well. I opened the gates and I sent him away, my beautiful masterpiece, sculpted from clay. No longer a savior, no longer a boy, my darkest lieutenant, my favorite toy.
I walk the gleaming, glassy floor of her obsidian hall. The richest man in Lioneria, the man who bought their fall. The rebels hide in splintered woods, playing at their war. But I have brought the secret map to open up her door. I jingle coins inside my purse, my velvet cloaks are thick. I've always known the winning side, my mind is sharp and quick. I bow, but not too deeply, for I am a man of means. I trade the sanctuary's location to the darkest of all queens. My price, I say with confidence, is a seat at your right hand, to be untouched by poverty forever in this land. There sits the queen of silence, a predator in lace, without a single trace of mercy on her alabaster face. She takes the parchment from my grip. She does not blink, she does not sigh. And then I see the bottomless cold ocean of her eye. A sudden plunging terror grips the beating in my chest. The temperature is plummeting, a tomb for the unblessed. She whispers, you despise their hope, yet choke upon your greed. I'll grant you exactly what you ask, and everything you need. I try to speak, I try to step away, but the floor has grabbed my shoe. A blinding gilded agony is pulsing through and through. My breathing stops, my lungs collapse, my blood is running cold. My trembling flesh is hardening to heavy, solid gold. Untouched by time, the monster purrs, a perfect, wealthy prize. I scream inside a golden shell, behind unblinking eyes. I scream, I scream, I scream. The present falls dead to 300 years since the canopy bled. I close my cold eyes and the centuries turn. I slip through the glass to the day that we burned. Watch how the monster was forged in the flame. Before I had power, before I had this name. And brought the great verdant domain to its knees. The canopy shattered, the ancient bark bled, as the Sun King's machines painted emerald to red. Hey.
was butchered and torn. The air is a furnace, a blistering scream that melted the magic and shattered the dream. I crawled through the embers, my hands charred and weak, with the ash of my sanctuary staining my cheek. And fire stood Lara, trapped in a narrowing pyre. I reached out my fingers, I tore at the ground, but the roar of the flame swallowed every last sound. Time slowed to a crawl as the heavy blade swung and severed the song that my sister had sung. Crushed beneath iron and bone, and the warmth of my chest turned to freezing black stone. I bled in the soot of the world I had known, with the seeds of a cold, perfect silence now sown. Coordinates were true, and so I march on High-spire in the early morning dew. They cower in their sanctuary, buzzing like a hive behind a shimmering barricade that keeps their hope alive. I do not draw a weapon, for I do not need to fight. I summon forth the hollowed boy, the former child of light. I nod to my lieutenant, and he raises up his hands and quietly unravels all the magic in their lands. The barricade of silver light completely falls apart, a calculated theorem from a newly blackened heart. It is not wrath or cruelty, it is simply pest control, the necessary quiet of a complicated soul. I give the order simply, leave no breathing thing behind. An elegant extermination, perfectly aligned. My shadow legions flood the halls, a creeping silent wave, to sanitize the mountain and to excavate a grave. The scholars and the warriors, the refugees in prayer, are swiftly categorized as a nuisance in the air. The screaming is a temporary friction in the gear before the the mountain clear. I summon forth the hallowed boy, the former child of light. I nod to my lieutenant and he raises up his hands and quietly unravels all the magic in their lands. The barricade of silver light completely falls apart, a calculated theorem from a newly blackened heart. It is not wrath or cruelty, it is simply pest control, the necessary quiet of a complicated soul. I give the order simply, leave no breathing thing behind, an elegant extermination, perfectly aligned. Of rusted mail, the thief upon the run, the shattered remnants of the fools who thought they were the sun. I watched them scramble down the cliffs, their fragile spirits broke, surviving just to choke upon the settling of the smoke. I do not chase the fleeting mice, their punishment is worse, to live and spread the gospel of my devastating curse. Leave no breathing thing behind, an elegant extermination, perfectly aligned. The ledger is rebalanced, the operation done. No messy declarations, no battles to be won, just the scrubbing of a blemish, the sweeping of the floor. And High-spire is a sanctuary, never, blood is a stain. I drag my broken body through the embers and the rain. Ilara is cooling, a ghost in my arms. I seek the deep darkness beneath the grove's charms. Down to the chasm where ancient things sleep, the secret the wardens were forbidden to keep. The air is a needle, the silence is thick, the pulse in my temple is heavy and quick. A voice without color, a voice without breath, offers a bridge through the valley of death. I'll give you the vengeance, I'll quiet the pain, but I'll strip the heat from the blood in your vein. To end all the suffering, the price is the soul, the part of you soft, the part of you whole. Part of you but a rasp as life starts to slip from my sister's weak grasp. And all the noise and the power that destroys, and the void reaches out with its shadow-made toys. I feel it, the cutting, the scraping of soul, a needle taking control. They excise the pity, they hollow the grief, like stripping the green from a dying spring leaf. And replaced with lead. I feel the exact moment the empathy dies, as a film of obsidian covers my eyes. The flat line of feeling, the phrasing of breath, the distance from life and from death. I reach for a Lara with hands made of night, to heal her with shadows, to banish the light. But she looks in my eyes and she sees what is gone.